I think everyone's kind of seen the boot camps and stuff that military people do. What do they do by way of like mentality? You know, what is it that you were exposed to while you were there that you think was, you know, is it
Yeah.
what kind of testing did they put you to?
Mm. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I always hear so people always love to have an opinion about stuff, don't they, even if they don't
Yeah.
really understand it. And I hear a lot of like throwaway comments about the Marines specifically, but the military in general. And one I always really laugh at is when people say, yeah, in training, they break you down so they can build you back up. This one always
Some
really
Rambo
makes me
shit.
laugh. Yeah, because that's not really the way I saw it. It was like the whole period of training is a mindset test. It's how much shit can you tolerate and still want to be here at the end? Like, that's it. And everyone says, oh, you must have been so physically fit to get into the Marines. It's like, I think I was about as fit when I started as I was when I finished, to be honest. Like, I just had the mental capacity to pass the test by the time I got to the end, because I was so used to being uncomfortable at that time. You just put up with anything. But yeah, that was the most surprising thing for me, really, was seeing the fittest guys in the troop. Yeah, so I started off. So just for a bit of background for anyone who doesn't know, like,
Yeah.
the Marines is a bit different from the other military services in that everybody trains to do the same job initially. So everybody goes to Commando Training Center to train as a rifleman, commando trained rifleman. Then you go to a fighting unit, and then you specialize in another job afterwards. So unlike the army, where you would do sort of basic training, but with a mind to go into a certain trade and then go straight into a job, everybody's trained to do the same job. I started off in a group of 60 guys, and there was 24 of us left by the end, which is actually a surprisingly large number. So, that just gives people listening an idea of how many people do not make it. Most people who apply never make it into training, and most people who start training do not make it to the end. And the most surprising thing for me was seeing the fittest guys pretty much all weeded out by like week 4 or 5, and then realizing, like, wow, okay, this is just going to be a war of mental attrition. Like, who can just put up with it? And this is the only way I managed to pass. Like, I'll happily admit I wasn't one of the strongest members in my troop, but I just made the deal with myself that I was not going to leave under my own steam. Like, something was going to have to go badly wrong.